How's it going, everyone? My name is Forge and welcome back to a brand new video where today we are going to be talking about the brand new 19W038 snapshot. Now, this brand new snapshot is actually a fairly small one. It did introduce a brand new block which is known as the Composter, and this allows you to make bone meal out of any of your veggies, fruits, or even your plants. Now, another thing is that they did update the model to the Campfire, and I'll get onto that in a moment, and then as well some brand new sounds. So, we're going to go and talk about the Composter right now. So the Composter, it basically, as I mentioned before, it allows you to turn any of your fruits, vegetables, or plants like flowers, ferns, and stuff like that into basically bone meal, which is pretty awesome. So this is how you craft it. You're going to need to get yourself some fencing and as well as 3 planks of your choice on the very bottom, and then you get yourself one of these beautiful blocks. And you can even stand inside of it just like a cauldron, and I stood inside of it, and now I can't even get back inside of it. So if you do want to go and stand in here, then you can. But basically, if you grab yourself any of these, so I'm going to grab myself some sweet berries. I'm even going to go ahead and grab myself some carrots. Now, I've noticed that ferns are actually one of the best things that you can use, but you cannot use any of the golden variants of the carrots or apples in order to go ahead and get yourself this different compost. But if you do have yourself these different things, like different plants, so you can go and put those right inside of there. Now, that actually doesn't always go up one every single time. Sometimes you do have to go ahead and put in multiple different fruits or vegetables to go ahead and get yourself the different compost. But once it is done, you can simply go and right click and you get yourself one bone meal out of that. Now, this definitely isn't the best way of getting bone meal. To me, I still think that going skeleton hunting and getting yourself bones is the best way of getting it, because you actually get yourself 3 bone meal for the price of 1 bone. But for this, you get yourself just 1 bone meal for the price of how many different vegetables, fruits, or plants that you put inside of there. So pretty much just depends on how many of these that you actually have. But I still recommend just going skeleton hunting. But if you're playing on peaceful mode and you don't have skeletons and stuff like that, then just go ahead and make yourself some bone meal out of this. But the next... So now that we got ourselves the Composter out of the way, let's move on to the brand new Campfire texture and model. Now, the Campfire model in the previous snapshot, it was just basically square. It didn't look very good whatsoever, but this actually, it does look a lot better than it did in the previous one. I'm definitely a big fan of this one. So we definitely have ourselves some 3D logs. We have ourselves some coal areas down there on the very bottom. I mean, I really do like this. Now, if I go and grab myself some raw meat, such as chicken or even salmon, basically what's going to happen now is that whenever you place it on there, it's going to go and rotate the different foods that you put on top of there. So I really do like this. It looks really, really nice. And of course, it will go ahead and take up the same amount of time as the previous one. All they did was updated the texture and model. So they also introduced some brand new sounds. So you guys may have heard a few of the new sounds, such as the brand new compost sounds. So if I go and put that inside of there, just listen carefully. I'm going to continue putting that inside there. We do get ourselves the sound of dirt right there. But listen whenever I break this. So it kind of makes like a little bit of a flopping fish sound, which is fairly cool. So they did also introduce some brand new sounds when harvesting berry bushes. So listen. So they kind of has a little bit of a squashing sound. There's a lot of squashing sounds within the snapshot, to be honest. And then whenever you go ahead and use bone meal on it, they also change the sound of it. So it's kind of subtle, but it is definitely there. So then they also introduced some brand new sounds for the barrels. So listen carefully. So it kind of sounds like a shulker box a little bit. Then they also have introduced some sounds for the blast furnace. Now, I definitely could not hear any sounds, but I'm going to go and let you guys be the judge of that one. So just go ahead and listen to the sounds whenever I'm going to put that in there. And I go ahead and grab myself some ores. So I'm actually going to use coal ore. I mean, why not? Now listen carefully. Tell me if you hear anything. Yeah, I definitely cannot hear anything. But I'm not sure if the sound is when it's cooking or whenever it's done. But I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that. And we're going to go and move on to the smoker, because they also have introduced a sound for the smoker. So listen. Yeah, I definitely cannot hear anything with those sounds. So I don't know. And finally, they have introduced a sound for the Grindstone. Now, the Grindstone, I never heard a single sound from this thing. So I don't really know what sounds it's making. I can't really hear anything. So I don't know if that's like a bug, but maybe they'll be fixed within the next snapshot, or maybe it's just not fully implemented to the game yet. But besides that, that's pretty much it about today's snapshot. So I really wanted to go and show you guys the different changes that the snapshot has to bring us. I will have a link down below in the description to the complete change log, so you can go and look at some of the bug fixes and stuff like that. But please let me know on what you think of the changes of the snapshot. Are you a fan of the Composter, and are you a fan of the brand new sounds that have been introduced? And if you guys enjoyed this video, then please let me know by leaving a like on it and subscribe for more videos by me in the future. And for now, I hope that you have a logical day, and I will catch you next time. Bye.